See him running out. See him sneaking out. See him sneaking out. See Wike sneaking out. See him running. See him running. Ole! 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 See Wike running. See him running. See him running. Wike is running. Catch him! Catch him! Catch him! Catch him! Catch him! Ole! 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 Ole!
Happy that I'm a staff. I'm sure all of you know that we just see pensioners littering all over the street. That after you retire, before you even get your money that you have contributed is a problem. Then what happens? That when I'm still in service and my money was collected as contributory pension scheme and it wasn't taken to my pension house. That is one. So we told them, why is our pension still not going, not being remitted? They are coming up now to tell us that there were some policies that were that were supposed to fulfill before it will go, before they will, before whatever. But they were not remitting our pension from May 2025, and we are more than 31,000 staff. And so you can imagine what it is. And if we are at work and our pension is not being remitted, what if we go out? What if we leave the service? And then we have issues with our promotion that we just held, CBT promotions, that had so many hitches. We tried to bring it to them. Look into these hitches. They didn't. They went ahead and just brought out the promotion. And we're saying no to it. They need to review, because we inspected and we saw the issues. We saw the glitches. No, you'll be writing, NEPA will go off before your computer will build a problem. You have invalid login, just little things. And then we talked about it, it's not happening. Our National Housing Fund has issues. Our training, since 2023 we don't enjoy training. Directors will retire, they'll say directors don't go, just sit. And then when the directors sit and it does not move, you don't expect growth from under to on top. So they keep elongating the tenures. So far, we learned that on the line, that they have met some of their agitations, which we do not know. We're demanding for our promotion areas. We are also asking that from now henceforth, they should provide us with tools to work. Normally, when the government pays overhead to our agencies, they will use it to buy paper, tuna. There is nothing to work in there, no overhead. Offices are dry, you can't do anything. You can't, if you want to do something, you go to the business center. In fact, there are places that when you go now and just say, I'm an FCT staff, they'll ask you which agency, because they have everything, your letterhead, for you to do your ID cards, so many issues. I've never seen where an organization will tell its staff, we cannot provide you with ID card until you pay. So it got to that. That if we must hang our ID card, it used to be printed here. We will come here and collect our ID card. But now, policies have come, and there are different kinds of policies that we do not know, and we needed to talk with him. Sir, do you know that these kinds of things even happen? You know, no audience, no. And so they are on and on and on.
FCT workers in courts. So you see, FCT workers has been begging the minister to have a meeting with them since the minister regime. But the minister decided to choose selected few directors that he's working with and ask all these ones to go away, to go to hell. So they have been begging, series of letters have been written. So they decided to go on strike when they became frustrated. So the minister on his own decided to come to court. Instead of calling for an LC, instead of calling for stakeholders to have a meeting to discuss it, he decided to come to court. So they came to court, asking court to, the main reliefs is that for court to declare that the strike is illegal, of course, you know the implication, that the court should stop them from continuing the strike, and court should also order them to open that gate. These are the reliefs. In the midst of something suit, they serve us. They also came with the same reliefs in the motion, interlocutory motion, asking court to order them to stop the strike in a motion now, interlocutory application. So we said no. Supreme Court has said you cannot bring an application, prayers you are seeking in the midst of substantive suit in the interlocutory stage. Then while we are still talking, of course, you know the minister. The minister decided to use police and army to break the gate and open that particular gate. And this is the main reason why he came to court. So now that he has opened the gate, he has become the judge on his own. Why are we?
Right now in Abuja, activities inside many Federal Capital Territory offices have completely stopped as workers down tools and shut their offices. These workers say they are tired, frustrated, and no longer willing to keep quiet. Their message is very clear: they want a direct, face-to-face meeting with the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, and they want it urgently. Offices that normally handle important government duties were locked, workers gathered in groups, and official activities were brought to a standstill. This is not a warning strike. This is a full action meant to send a strong message. Before we go further into the details, please remember to like this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss important updates like this. Your support really helps the channel grow. The workers involved are staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and related agencies. According to them, this action did not come suddenly. They say they have complained for a long time about welfare matters, unpaid benefits, promotion issues, and working conditions. They claim they followed the right process, wrote letters, held meetings, and even gave notices, but nothing changed in a way they could feel. When people complain repeatedly and feel ignored, pressure naturally builds, and that pressure is what we are now seeing on the streets of Abuja. What made this protest different is how determined the workers appeared. Early in the day, office gates were locked, and staff refused to resume work. Some workers stood outside under the sun, holding placards and chanting messages that showed their anger and disappointment. The environment remained tense but controlled. Security officers were present, watching closely to ensure that things did not get out of hand. Still, the message was loud and clear: business as usual was no longer acceptable. At the center of this situation is the demand to meet Minister Wike personally. The workers say they no longer want middlemen or indirect discussions. They believe that sitting down directly with the minister is the only way their issues can be properly resolved. In their view, previous meetings with management have not produced the results they expected, so they want the top authority to hear them directly. This demand alone shows how serious the matter has become. As news of the shutdown spread, many residents of Abuja began to feel the effects. Government services slowed down or stopped completely in some offices. People who came to process documents, make official inquiries, or attend scheduled meetings were turned back. For ordinary citizens, this kind of disruption can be frustrating, but it also highlights how important these workers are to the daily running of the capital city. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us bring you more clear and reliable updates. From the government side, officials have maintained that efforts were made to address several of the workers' demands. They argue that progress has been achieved on some issues, even if not all. However, the workers disagree strongly with this position. They insist that whatever steps have been taken are either incomplete or not properly implemented. This difference in perception is one of the key reasons the dispute has continued to grow. As tensions rose, the situation moved beyond protest and entered the legal space. The matter was taken before the National Industrial Court. This means the strike is no longer just about workers and management talking among themselves. It is now also about legal interpretations of workers' rights, government responsibilities, and the impact of industrial action on public services. The court's involvement shows how serious and complicated the issue has become. While all of this is happening, many people are watching Minister Wike closely. Known for his strong personality and firm leadership style, he is not a politician who usually avoids confrontation. Supporters believe he has the capacity to handle the matter decisively, while critics feel his approach may be too hard for a sensitive labor issue like this. Either way, public attention remains fixed on how he will respond to the workers' demand for a face-to-face meeting. This situation also brings up a wider conversation about workers' welfare in Nigeria. Across different sectors, workers often complain about delays in promotions, unpaid allowances, and poor working conditions. When these issues remain unresolved for too long, trust between workers and authorities breaks down. What is happening in the FCT reflects a broader national challenge that many institutions continue to face. In the middle of the protest, emotions were clearly high. Workers spoke passionately about their struggles and sacrifices. Some explained that rising living costs have made delays in benefits more painful than ever. Others talked about how morale has dropped in offices because people feel their hard work is not properly rewarded. These personal experiences give context to why the protests became intense. For Abuja residents, the shutdown raises concerns about how long the situation will last. A short disruption can be managed, but a prolonged one could affect service delivery, planning, and even business activities connected to government offices. This is why many people hope that dialogue will begin quickly and lead to a peaceful resolution. Please take a moment now to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support keeps this channel active and informative. Looking ahead, the key question is simple: will there be direct dialogue, or will the matter be decided mainly through legal means? Many labor experts believe that open discussion is often the fastest way to resolve such disputes. When both sides feel heard and respected, compromise becomes easier. However, when positions harden, conflicts can drag on longer than necessary. Another important angle is public perception. While some citizens sympathize with the workers, others worry about the impact of repeated strikes on national productivity. Balancing workers' rights with public interest is never easy, and that balance is exactly what authorities and labor leaders must now try to achieve. As the situation continues to develop, one thing is certain: the protest has already sent a strong signal. It has drawn national attention to the concerns of FCT workers and placed pressure on leadership to act. Whether through negotiation, legal rulings, or a combination of both, a decision will have to be made. In moments like this, calm communication becomes very important. Clear information helps reduce rumors and fear. It also helps citizens understand why actions are being taken and what possible outcomes may look like. Transparency on both sides can go a long way toward restoring trust. At the end of the day, everyone wants stability. Workers want fair treatment and respect. Government wants smooth administration and order. Citizens want services to function without interruption. Finding a solution that considers all these interests is the real challenge ahead. As we continue to monitor this developing story, keep your eyes on official statements, court decisions, and any sign of dialogue between the workers and the minister. These will determine the next direction of this standoff. If you have found this update helpful and easy to understand, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others who want clear and professional news without confusion. We will keep following the story closely and bring you updates as they happen.